This week, we're going to take a look at answering a question that actually gets asked quite often, and that is, how do you Playmaker? Now, I'm not going to lie, I am surprised that this gets asked so often, but I guess the reality is that, we have new players buying Madden every year, and while it is an easy thing to do that's been around for years, some people just don't know how. And considering the amount of maximum coverage defense that we're seeing this year compared to other years, I thought, you know what? Maybe I should do a video on this. So there's only really two things that you need to know. The first thing is to stay patient. When you're going to play maximum coverage defense, which is essentially when you're going to want a Playmaker, you need to know that you're not facing a rush, or even if one player is coming, just take a look at the heat and stay patient. Do not panic. The other thing you need to know is that you're in control. If they're not sending anybody and they just have everybody back in coverage, all you have to do is Playmaker back and forth until your player gets open. So staying patient and knowing that you're in control are two of the main factors for Playmakering. So the way that we want to do it is by holding down left trigger and pressing any direction on the right analog stick. So let's take a look. We're going to snap the ball, and as you can see, we have nobody sending any pressure. So we can get to as close to the line of scrimmage as much as possible. We can talk to our offensive line about, what they wore as their Halloween costume. Stay patient and just know that we're in control. Now let's take a look at the routes as well as who is being user controlled on defense. So here we want to hit, hold down left trigger and flick the right stick to whatever direction. And as you can see on a play like this where we have different routes running all over the field, we're just going to control our player. See how we're left trigger up, and see I could have thrown the ball right there. Left trigger and to the right, left trigger to the left trigger down, left trigger to the right, and it's just going to allow us to be able to pick apart the defense in any fashion that we want. So again, left trigger and then whatever direction you want your player to run, it's going to be the closest player to you. So as you saw, we had players downfield that were running routes, and then we had a running back or whoever that was, I didn't even pay attention, that was running closer to us at the line of scrimmage. We just keep hitting the direction on the directional pad, and no matter, we're in control, right? So if I'm playing somebody and they're trying to cover that guy, they're going to go left, right, whatever. You know what? Even if you have to Playmaker a guy 20 times just to get away from that user defender, go ahead, because sooner or later you're going to juke out your opponent. You're going to be able to get your guy open and just hit the corresponding button, and you're going to be able to pick up yards.